Well, ladies and gentlemen, the 2020-21 NBA season is officially in the books. Congratulations to Giannis Antetokounmpo, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, and the Milwaukee Bucks on winning the championship. Just want to give y'all some quick thoughts, kind of where my head is at with things following. By the way, congrats to the Phoenix Suns. I know they finished second this season, but they had an incredible run. Shout out Chris Paul, Devin Booker. I learned a lot about DeAndre Ayton, Jay Crowder, back-to-back finals losses. I know that's going to hurt him. I want to show them some love. Monty Williams as well. But this was Milwaukee Bucks season. I picked Milwaukee to win this series in 6 games, and I was correct. I want to focus on Giannis Antetokounmpo. We got all the time in the world to talk about the what's going to happen for the future of Phoenix, Chris Paul, who could opt out of his deal this year. We'll talk about that later. But I want to focus on what Giannis Antetokounmpo just accomplished. You know, I had always been high on Giannis. There have been guys that I've been wrong about, but I always been high on Giannis the player. But y'all remember, back in December, I came on this platform, and I'll be the first to admit, I said Giannis made an awful decision re-signing with the Milwaukee Bucks before the season started. This was supposed to be Giannis' last year in Milwaukee, right? And I'll stand by what I said in regards to Giannis. Like, let's say he had won a championship, and just like he just did, and free agency starts in a couple weeks, and Giannis was a free agent coming off of an NBA championship run. That would have been insane. But Giannis decided to re-sign with the Bucks, and I want to give that man credit for that decision, because though I think Giannis should have played it out, I'm going to be real with y'all. I don't know if the Milwaukee Bucks, the players, the coaching staff, would have been all in if they knew this was the last go-around for Giannis. If they knew he was going to enter free agency and maybe leave Milwaukee. We got to acknowledge that part of it, and I got to acknowledge that part of it. I don't know if everybody would have been bought in like they were during this entire run. Getting through the Miami Heat in the first round of the playoffs after what happened in the bubble just 7-8 months previously. Like, they built a wall up against Giannis and the Bucks in the bubble. And look at how Giannis and his team responded this year. They get rid of Jimmy and the Heat. Second round, they got this big matchup against Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets, and let's call a spade a spade. Injuries obviously impacted that series. Harden wasn't 100% himself. Obviously, Kyrie Irving wasn't the best version of himself, couldn't finish that series. But at the end of the day, Giannis went toe-to-toe with Kevin Durant and got it done in a tough, grueling 7-game series in which Brooklyn was up 3-2. Eastern Conference Finals. The Atlanta Hawks, they were on a hell of a run one day. Giannis and the Bucks hit the Hawks right in the mouth after going down a game in the series and won it in 6. They didn't even need a game 7. And to get to the NBA Finals, as Giannis was expected to miss games 1 and games 2 at least. Hell, if it would have been Kawhi Leonard, I don't want to throw salt on this man's name today. If it would have been Kawhi, if it would have been Kyrie, I don't believe those gentlemen would have played at all in the NBA Finals with a bad knee. Y'all saw that super ugly sprain of the knee that Giannis had. We thought it was over. I thought he tore his ACL off the bone. Now, he not only plays in the series, he comes out and performs in game 1. He drops 30 in game 1. Bro, this man just dropped 50 points and 14 rebounds in a championship closeout game. For all the naysayers and doubters out there that said this wasn't the number 1 option, you were wrong. Whoever I always compared Giannis to on this platform, I have always told y'all, no, this is Shaquille O'Neal in 2021. Shaq said it himself. But the thing with Shaq is he still needed a closer. Whether it was Penny Hardaway, whether it was Kobe Bryant, whether it was Dwayne Wade, Shaq always needed a closer. But he could get you to the big game. And that's what Giannis did. And throughout the postseason run, he needed Chris Middleton to close out games. He needed Drew Holiday every now and then to make a big shot. Pat Connaughton to have a big moment. Bobby Portis to have a big quarter. PJ Tucker to make a big play. He needed that. So did Shaq. And hell, in game 6 against the Suns, the closeout game, hell, Giannis made the big plays for the most part. He even took Middleton's role a lot of this game 6. Congratulations to Giannis and the Bucks. Not to mention, not only did the brothers drop 50 and 14, he goes 17 of 19 from the free throw line. Ladies and gentlemen, that's 89% for a guy who was shooting like 60-something% in the playoffs. He's a little worse than that for his career. Fam, are you serious right now? I'm not talking off a teleprompter. I'm just talking to my people. Fam, look at this man's resume at the age of 26. It's better than Michael Jordan's. It's better than LeBron James. I know that sounds crazy to y'all, but it is reality. This man is an NBA champion, a finals MVP, a two-time league MVP, a defensive player of the year, and he will walk into next year, got all that pressure of championships. He just went up against Chris Paul in the finals. You see what that championship pressure can do to you. Giannis has evaporated that at the age of 26. Yo, I am a Los Angeles Lakers diehard. Even I had to step back and say, hold on now. I got to root for this dude if my Lakers not going to be there. Yo, I talk about on this platform oftentimes not having those from nothing to something stories in the NBA that I cater to those stories. I stick on those stories, right? Because a lot of these athletes of today's NBA, let's call a spade a spade. The NBA has become a middle-class kid sport. That's what it is. I'm not mad at it. I'm not a hater, but we don't really get those from nothing to something stories like we used to. Yo, Giannis been in America since 2013. About 10, 11, 12 years ago, him and his brothers, Thanasis and Kophis, were barefoot. They were barefoot. They didn't have shoes. Like they were in Greece without shoes. And a decade later, he's hoisting that trophy up as the NBA champion. I love that rags to riches story. I'm rocking with that one. Shout out to Giannis and the Bucks. This is absolutely incredible for the NBA, man. This is a great feel-good story. Coach Budenholzer was somebody that I've criticized on this platform multiple times. Chris Middleton not showing up in big games. He showed up every game of that Eastern Conference. From like game 3 on, Middleton was big of the Eastern Conference Finals, and then he showed up pretty much every game of the NBA Finals, maybe one game where he won the best version of himself. Drew Holiday. And he had some awful shooting performances in this series against the Suns, including Game 6. He was awful from the field. But after Game 2, when that series shifted to Milwaukee, outside of Giannis, nobody competed harder than Holiday did. He had the responsibility oftentimes of guarding Chris. And when he wasn't guarding Chris, he was guarding Booker. Who do you know's had that responsibility? He had no moment off on defense in that series. Made a lot of plays, and now he's a champion. Middleton, he'll never have to worry about making an all-star game again. I can promise you that. And shout out to Giannis Antetokounmpo, man. I just want to give that man the ultimate respect on this platform. Dropped 50 and 14 with 5 blocks in a closeout game. Shaq's looking at those numbers like, damn. Congratulations to the Milwaukee Bucks. A well-deserved championship. What's the first time in 50 years, right? I know they are lit in them streets of Milwaukee as they should be. Don't hurt yourself or hurt anybody is my only advice. Congratulations to Giannis and the Bucks. Obviously, on this platform, we'll have a lot more banter and conversation about this offseason free agency. We're going to get started on that. I got a lot of content coming your way tomorrow. We're going to hit this hard starting tomorrow. And then also, I wanted to say this. Personally, I just want to thank you if you watch any of my videos, my commentary videos, my highlights. This is my first year as a partner with the NBA and BBTV. And I'll look at it and say this was a successful year. Put up a few million views on the board, about 20,000 subscribers as well. And I'm only getting started. So thank you if you've watched any highlight at any point of this season. I truly mean that. Why I root for Giannis the way I do? Because I can't say I was barefoot at 13. I don't like putting no extra sauce on it. But I represent the from nothings. So when I see somebody like Giannis, I like that. I rock with that. And we're growing this from the ground up, literally. And hopefully in about 4 or 5 years, we're able to look back and Giannis put on 52 pounds of muscle in like 7, 8 years. I can't afford to put on 52 pounds of anything, even muscle. Hopefully I don't need to put on the weight, but the point of what I'm trying to say is, hopefully, as Giannis' story has been incredible, I'm 27, so it won't be at 26. I'm a year older than Giannis. The point I'm trying to make is, hopefully 4 or 5 years, we're able to grow some organically, stick it out with one situation like Giannis was able to do. with Milwaukee. I'm committed to making this thing happen here on YouTube with Hoops FERRO. I ain't going nowhere. Just like Giannis, I'm locked in for the foreseeable future. So thank y'all so much for the time, love, and support. This is my last. Well, once I get the highlight up in a couple hours, this will technically be my last video of this season, and we'll go right into the offseason as we kick off 2021-2022's NBA campaign. So I am looking forward to seeing you there. Shout out again, Giannis and the Bucks, man. And I think Chris Paul is – we'll talk about that in another video. I'm out.